let's meet the starting lineups for this evening's contest. First, for the visiting Bruins of Salt Lake Community College. A 6'11" sophomore forward, wearing number 0, Michael Fullerin. A 6'4" sophomore guard, wearing number 3, C.J. Luster. A 6'4" sophomore guard, wearing number 5, Bryce Zephyr. A 6'11" freshman forward, wearing number 13, Preston Squire. A 6'3" sophomore guard, wearing number 23, Jordan Battle. Salt Lake is coached by Kyle Taylor, assisted by Dwight Smith and Mo Bethea. And now, fans, let's meet the starting lineup for your LCCC Golden Eagles. A 6'5" sophomore forward from Nottingham, England, number 1, Pedro Ellery. A 6'4" freshman guard from Phoenix, Arizona, number 2, E.J. Scroggins. A 6'4" sophomore guard from Denver, Colorado, number 3, Jordan Reed. A 6'6" sophomore forward from London, England, number 11, Brandon Chua. And a 6'10" sophomore forward from Foxborough, Massachusetts, number 33, Abdullah Mohammed. Your Golden Eagles, coached by Dwayne Salisbury. He is assisted by Ruben Werke.
And ladies and gentlemen, as we wrap up the starting lineups here at Laramie County Community College, it's happy to have you joining us here at Storey Gymnasium in downtown, or just north of downtown Cheyenne, Wyoming, for what should be a fantastic matchup. The number 3 team in the country in the house tonight, taking on the Laramie County Community College Golden Eagles, as L-Trip riding a 2-game winning streak and looking to turn some heads here in their first matchup with a ranked team this season. Golden Eagles wearing the white uniform, Salt Lake in the black and blue unis, and we are officially underway here in Cheyenne, Wyoming. Happy to have you here with us as Salt Lake will open with possession and Jordan Battle taking the point. He's going to be a big Bruin to watch in tonight's game as a 3-ball from the left corner, no good, or left wing rather, no good, but rebounded by Michael Fullerin. And Fullerin is going to be fouled on the baseline or sideline, and it'll be an inbounds play coming up. Apologize, tapped out of bounds on that play. So 19:42 to go, just underway here. The Golden Eagles will retreat back into a man-to-man defense once again as an inadvertent horn coming from the shot clock. We'll get that reset to 17 seconds. And 19 minutes and 37 seconds to go. We will restart this once again. Ellery guards the inbound, where you see Bryce Zephyr starting the action, gets it in once more to Jordan Battle. A lot of guards on this Salt Lake Community College team. Left 5 players at home due to various reasons, as a layup inside of the lane drifted away, and the rebound tracked down all the way behind half court by Bryce Zephyr. So the Bruins get another chance, their third opportunity. A 3-ball from Battle tipped out of bounds, and again the Golden Eagles cannot secure the rebound, and the Bruins will keep possession once more. First 44 seconds of this game all being played with Salt Lake in control, as Cameron Roundtree is going to sub onto the court, replacing Abdullah Muhammad, who heads over to the bench. Golden Eagles only 2 post players this year. A couple of forwards that can play down to the post, but Coach Salisbury going with a little bit of a smaller lineup this season than he has in years past. As speaking of not small lineups, Preston Squire gets the ball up top. The 6'11" freshman moves it over to Battle as Chua follows him beyond the 3-point line. Back over to Preston as the Utah native now goes back up top and driving into the lane and getting fouled as he cuts into the paint. Not agreeing with it is E.J. Scroggins. I think E.J. got whistled for the contact, and he did. First foul on the Golden Eagles, and eventually all those opportunities will give Salt Lake and the Bruins a chance at the line, with C.J. Luster heading to the stripe. Luster, 6'4" guard on the season so far, averaging 14.4 points a game, third leading scorer on the team, knocks home the first free throw, and Salt Lake gets the first advantage of the game. 18:58 to go, 1 minute into this one. Second free throw up, that one also is good. And Tripp will come back down the court with their first offensive possession of this one. Now Jordan Reed takes the point. He'll drive into the 2-3 zone defense, pulls up from 6, and drops down his first bucket. Jordan Reed says, okay, you guys took a while to score. Let's score quick. Quick strike offense works to tie things back up at 2 each. Squire on the far side gives the ball up top to Falarin. They'll roll the ball to the elbow. Back outside, another 3-ball tipped up into the air. Scroggins looked like he got it. There is a whistle, and it looks like that whistle is going to go against Salt Lake Community College for a hold underneath the basket on Michael Falarin. So Salt Lake gets their first foul. 18 minutes and 32 seconds to go. And the Bruins will watch as the Golden Eagles come down with a chance to try and take the lead. Talking with Kerbel Werke, the assistant coach for the Golden Eagles, he said, I have a feeling that we could come out here and maybe surprise a few people with today's game. And the Golden Eagles definitely not backing down as Chua takes it on the baseline. He can't get the shot to go. Rebound scooped up by Falarin, and we stay tied at 2 apiece in the first half of play. Just over 18 minutes to go. Inside, Falarin finds himself all alone, and he is going to drop home the dunk. And the Golden Eagles back down by 2, 4-2 early on in this one. Chua gets the ball to Ellery in the corner, tries to drive inside. Tight defense, though, by Luster, forces the ball back beyond the 3-point line. Golden Eagles reverse the right side where Scroggins takes one and leaves one off the side of the rim. Roundtree goes for the rebound, but it tips off of his hands and is picked up on the near side by Battle. Gives it out to Luster, drives in. 4 Golden Eagles surround him, and he's going to get contacted because of that extra jersey that came in, and he'll step to the line for 2 more free throws. This time it's Jordan Reed who picks up the foul. Reed last game didn't have any fouls, so picking up a few more in this one. And Luster, who talked about his 14.4 points per game, 78% free throw shooter on the season as he goes to the line and makes his 3rd straight to open up the contest this evening. Salt Lake Community College coming into the game with a perfect record, 8-0, number 3 in the country. As the second free throw also is good, and Salt Lake builds their lead to 2 possessions, 6-2. Chua up top, takes the ball in. Lane opens up for a moment, but instead kicks out to Scroggins, who hesitates, fires up the 3 flat-footed, and the rebound picked up by Luster as he pushes the pace. Bounces it near side for Battle. Double team forms. Kick back outside for Luster, and inside of the free throw line, he'll fire out to Squire. The 6'11 freshman can't get the 3-point jumper to drop, but another rebound is picked up by the Bruins, and they'll fire one down underneath where Battle picks up the assist for a wide open Michael Falarin, who punishes the rim with his 2nd dunk of the game in as many shot attempts. 17:06 to go, and a timeout taken by head coach Dwayne Salisbury as the Golden Eagles talking things over on their side of the court. And right now, they haven't necessarily played bad, but Salt Lake has definitely been bringing a bit more physicality to it, getting the extra possessions on their side of the court. A lot of offensive rebounds and extra opportunities. Golden Eagles, in fact, no rebounds yet for Tripp, but they do have 6 rebounds against them for Salt Lake Community College. Chu will be doing the inbounding as he stands on the baseline in front of the Golden Eagles bench. Full court man-to-man pressure being applied by Slick. Reed will take the inbounds pass up the far sideline and eventually pushes past Battle. Hands it off. No, fakes the handoff to Ellery. Chua takes it up top on the right wing. Drives tight to the hoop, high off of the glass, settles it through. Brandon Chua knocking through his first basket of the night, taking it on his own shoulders. And Chua and Reed, the 2 leading scorers for the Golden Eagles, averaging above 19 points a night for the pair, are both onto the scoring column as Battle takes it, and Ellery forces him deep beyond the 3-point line. Cuts in, jumper fading away from 10. Battle notches home another one. It's 10-4. Salt Lake continuing to keep their lead intact. Battle gets his first points of the evening, and Chua takes it back to try and answer for the Golden Eagles. Wearing the white uniform, Scroggins gets stuck in the paint, passes it back out to Brandon with 16 on the shot clock. 16 in the game as well as Reed lines up a 3, short off the side of the rim, scooped up by Zephyr for the rebound. Bryce gets out onto the run, pulls up at the elbow, and he'll curl across the free throw line where he misses a jumper that bounces outside back to E.J. Scroggins for the first rebound for the Golden Eagles in the game. They run the court, and a blocking foul underneath the hoop is going to send Chua to the line. Brandon has gotten to the 10 4 times now. One layup was made, one short off the side of the rim. Now contact on this third drive of those 4. That one just missed, but I couldn't remember if it was left short off the side or if it just kind of rattled around. Can't make the first free throw, though, and with 15:55 to go, the Golden Eagles stay down by 6, 10-4. Early first half in this one against the number 3 team in the country here at Storey Gymnasium. Chua's second free throw. That's good. Golden Eagles being doubled up by Salt Lake, but Chua gets him onto the board. He's got 3 of the 5 points. Reed forcing Battle to walk the ball up. Stays with them as Battle dumps the ball, and eventually it ends up in Luster's hands on the left side. Pass back down low. Zephyr backs his way in and eventually sees Falarin cutting to the hoop and gives it to the 6'11" forward. The sophomore gets his 8th point of the game already, and L Trip down by 7. 12-5 inside. It's E.J. Scroggins showing off some athleticism as he cuts to the hoop, knifes his way for 2, and L Trip stays within 5. Answering back now to Salt Lake, getting a bit more to that rhythm out of the timeout. Reed, though, is going to get called for the foul on a 3-point jumper on the near side from C.J. Luster, who's going to go to the line for more free throws. He's already 4 for 4 at the line, and the bigger problem with that is Jordan Reed picks up his second foul with 15:11 to go in the first half. Tough foul to give up, too, when you're trying to close out on that 3-point shooter, and you just can't give him enough space to come down. It's the first free throw up and good. Luster perfect as he's 5 for 5, and the lead up to 6, 13-7. Second for Luster also is good. Couple subs for the Bruins and for the Golden Eagles. Devion Butler as well as Muhammad will check back into the game. For the Bruins, Xavier Edmonds will get onto the court for the first time. Zayon Collins also checking onto the court. And a bit of confusion as Chua thought he was subbed out, but he'll stay on the court for the time being. Golden Eagles with Ellery, Scroggins, Chua, Muhammad, and Butler, as the free throw is good, and all 3 of them find the bottom to make this a 15-7 game. Golden Eagles nearly down double digits in the first 5 minutes. Chua tries to drive in an attack again, finds Scroggins. EJ settles into a 3. That's off the front of the rim, though. The rebound pulled down by Luster for his second. Up ahead, they find the corner. Pass underneath to Edwards is going to be deflected up into the air. Last touch by Falarin. And Golden Eagle basketball as the hands of Chua will tip the ball back to the ref. 14:49 left to go, and another substitution for the Bruins. Mason Bendiger is going to sub on. 6'3" freshman. Phoenix Bullock for the Golden Eagles gets the opportunity as he checks on. E.J. Scroggins, who's been a little bit cold from deep to start this one, 0 for 2 from beyond the 3-point line, will sub to the bench as they go for the shooting abilities of Bullock to try and wake up that side of things. Also, Butler, a 3-point weapon, and Ellery, a 3-point weapon. So maybe trying to open things up from deep, force the Bruins to take advantage, or take a bit more respect in those 3-point jumpers, as Bullock does exactly that. Right side, Phoenix with his first basket, creating some space for himself, and L Trip back within 5, 15-10. First 3-point bucket of the game for Laramie County as Falarin puts up a deep 3. That one off the right side of the rim. Rebound goes to the Bruins, though, and dumping it underneath to Falarin is Bendiger for his first assist. Falarin, I said he had 8. He's actually at 8 points now with that last dunk. All 4 of his baskets have been dunks, though. Offensive foul back the other way. Chuya whistled for the moving screen, as he will head back to the other side. And the Bruins will inbound once more as it's taken by Collins across the timeline. Butler picks him up there. A pair of 10s going against each other. Bounce pass right side, and a foul's going to be whistled away from the ball. Muhammad got tangled up with Edmonds, and Abdullah is going to get called for the infraction. Xavier able to draw the foul, and we've got our first media timeout. 13 minutes and 57 seconds to go, 17-10. It's the Salt Lake Community College Bruins in control of this one. Back with more after this. You're listening to LCCC basketball on LCCC Golden Eagles YouTube. Welcome back out once again to Laramie County Community College's home away from home, Storey Gymnasium, while the new Blue Federal Credit Union Recreation and Activities Center is finishing up its remodel. Next year should be back into the rack for the 2023-24 athletic seasons. But for right now, playing at Storey Gymnasium, thanks to Laramie County School District for that, for giving us a spot to be in. The Golden Eagles down by 7, 17-10. Against Salt Lake Community College, number 3 team in the country, as they break out of the timeout. It'll be inbounded to the baseline. Edmonds turns his back to Muhammad and is going to bully his way into the paint, where he's able to lay it in for 2. And Slick goes up by nearly 10 once again. They have had a 10-point lead in the game already at one point in time. Chua looks to his left, spins back around to his right. Muhammad jab steps right, goes into the paint, but he put the ball down. It's going to be stolen away and taken all the way for a slam dunk by Bryce Zephyr, who gets his first basket of this one. Bryce just going coast to coast with the basketball after swiping it from inside against the big man. Ellery answers back for the Golden Eagles as he knifes his way to the basket. And the 5th Golden Eagle to score in the game gets El Trip back within 9, 21-12. But nobody scored more than 1 field goal in the game for the Golden Eagles. Trying to piece together a couple of good offensive possessions, but also a few good defensive possessions. Down underneath, Edmonds again, trying to use that big body, spins to his right against Muhammad, but leaves it short off of the rim. Good defense by the sophomore Golden Eagle as he gets it up ahead to Chua to run the court. Back to the other side, they skip it to Ellery. Up top, Bullock. Phoenix doesn't like the look that he had. Instead, they do the give and go on the cut to the hoop by Muhammad, who lays it up and in. Bullock with a nice little feed, got the defense to draw around him, and then Muhammad just takes it underneath to the basket to lay it through. Back to a 7-point game, 21-14. As to the right side, the ball goes to Zephyr. He'll go back up top. Edmonds tries to show his range and does. The big man can shoot the 3. Edmonds with his first deep shot of the game. Zephyr gets his second assist, and Laramie County will turn the ball over here for another dunk for Salt Lake Community College as the Bruins increase their lead to 12, 26-14, largest lead of the game at this point in time. Another assist for Zephyr. This time it's Collins who got it. Butler answers back, though. Butler becomes the 6th Golden Eagle to score, 26-16. El Trip trying to stay close, but down by 10, and a backdoor cut makes it 12. Right now, Salt Lake just finding all the open baskets as Chua goes down the court. That's going to be a goaltending call. Chua's going to get that one dropped in. And LCCC will see a timeout taken by the Bruins. So Salt Lake's going to take one. We'll keep it right here. And we want to thank our proud sponsors and partners for supporting Laramie County Community College athletics. First of all, our all-star partners, Blue Federal Credit Union, Halliday Auto Group, and Wyoming Blue Cross and Blue Shield are all proud supporters of LCCC athletics, as well as our champion partners, Cheyenne Regional Medical Center, the Beast Foundation, and Capital Roofing. NextEra Energy Resources, also one of our champion partners that helps support Laramie County Community College athletics, providing scholarships and benefits to over 140 student athletes at Laramie County Community College. But the Golden Eagles find themselves down 28-18 after the last goaltending call on the other side. Tripp will look to the Bruins to bring the ball forward and looking for a defensive stop right now. Bruins on track for 120 points in this one or more. Into the lane, they go and dump the ball off. It's going to be tipped out of bounds. They say last touch by Salt Lake. And Laramie County gets possession back. Good crowd continuing to file in. Laramie County Community Residents Night. So everybody that is a member of Laramie County, guess what? You can come to the game for free tonight. So if you're watching this one from home and inside of the area that's a quick drive, come on down. Check out some free basketballs. Chua takes this one to the hoop. He's going to get fouled before the shot, though, and on the floor. So Benninger gets the foul call. That's the third against Salt Lake Community College. 5 team fouls for the Golden Eagles with 11:20 to go. EJ Scroggins, who sub back in, will inbound the ball to Roundtree. Butler takes it right side, extended from the three-point line. Trying to drive inside against Collins. Gives it to Bullock, and Bullock at the free throw line gathers, fires, and gets it to drop through. So Bullock, up to 5 points, leads the Golden Eagles in scoring alongside Achua. 28-20, left side. Ball sent up top. Scroggins nearly comes away with a steal, leads the team in that category. Instead, Salt Lake will be able to get it to Edmonds, who's being guarded by Roundtree underneath, and they're going to call a foul on Roundtree, who comes away with the basketball saying, I thought I got all ball on that one, was playing some pretty good D, but the officials disagree, and Roundtree picks up his first 16th foul. It is a shooting foul, which means that Xavier Edmonds steps to the line. 2 free throws, and the Bruins are a perfect 7 of 7 as the line as a team. 6'9" freshman. A lot of height on this team for the Bruins. We were talking about that with a couple of people. It's like they forgot to recruit the 6'6" to 6'9" category. Everybody from 6'5" or lower or 6'9" or taller on this team. They got a 6'9", 6'11", 7'1", 6'11" for the posts. And a wide variety of guards to choose from as both free throws go through. They're not just bigs, they can also shoot. It's 2 for 2 at the line as Edmonds, and it's 30-20. 50 points in the first 9 minutes of this game between the two sides as Bullock lines up a 3. He airballs it over the top. Edmonds there for the rebound, gets out onto the run, and now pulls up at the half-court stripe. Goes near side, hands the ball off to Mikhail Abdul-Hamid. And eventually it ends back to Collins, whose 3-ball over the top is going to be rebounded by Scroggins. Scroggins has 2. He's all the way to the hoop to Chua, who lays one up and in. And this Golden Eagles team, that's when they are best, is when they get out onto the run and can keep teams on their back heels. Inside layup, Edmonds able to feed the ball down low to Bendinger. And Bendinger onto the board again, but Chua continues to run the court. Nobody's stopping him, and Salt Lake Community College not happy with that as Coach Kyle Taylor in his 5th season again wants to slow things down to talk to his team as the Golden Eagles keep pace 32-24, 9 minutes and 57 seconds remaining here in the contest. And with that, we'll again remind you of a few more of our partners. Our All-American partners include Scooters Coffee, as well as Cowboy Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram. MVP partners are MHP, your CPA trust and consulting experts, Breeze Through Car Wash, Blue Raven Brewery, Capital Business Systems, GH Phipps, Wyoming, Little America Hotels and Resort, Cheyenne in Cheyenne, A&B Bank, the Office Bar and Grill. And our team captain sponsors include Wyoming Bank and Trust, Deep Shine Auto Spa, Novus Glass Repair and Replacement, Wyoprint Custom Apparel, The Hub, Westby Edge Brewing Company, Climate Control, Heating and Air Conditioning, and Nick Kemp Navigation. Golden Eagles right now, in the middle of a stretch of games. It's going to see him play 11 games in 23 days here in the months of November and December, from the 24th of December all the way to November to the 16th of December when they close out their first half. Salt Lake Community College in a run where they're traveling around quite a bit, come to us, and then after us, they're going to head down to Arizona, hop onto a plane, and take on Yavapai, a team that just jumped up to the Division I ranks of junior college athletics and basketball. As the inbounds play for the Bruins will give it to Jordan Battle, and the sophomore guard goes right side as he gets it to Edmonds. Golden Eagles Playing a little bit more of a zone defense concept, and that's going to see Scroggins jump the pass to Squire, takes it coast to coast, and jams it with some authority. Punches it down in front of the 7'1" freshman Collier, and eventually the Golden Eagles cut it down to a 2-possession game again, although Edmonds able to knife his way to the hoop and picks up his 9th point. 34-26, Golden Eagles staying within 8, but starting to whittle away at that deficit once again. Scroggins right side, tries the bank shot too strong as Edmonds there for another rebound, gets out onto the break. Left side, fires one to Squire. Squire gets it back again as 3 balls off the side of the rim, and a rebound underneath is going to see a whistle called against the Bruins. And Edmonds picks up his first foul. 14 foul against the Bruins, and El Trip down by 8 gets the ball back. Roundtree put in some good minutes as Abdullah Muhammad will return to the court. Butler also back out there for the Golden Eagles, calls out the play, and he brings it over to the right side, right in front of the booster bench. Finds Abdullah up top. Fake handoff. Abdullah instead gives it to Bullock. Nearly travels. Now takes it baseline. Fadeaway jumper from 18. No good. Abdullah tips the ball back out to Bullock. And his second attempt is off the side of the rim. No good as well. Good opportunities there for the Golden Eagles, but nobody able to cash in on it. Bruins take it to the far side, and the ball's going to be tipped out. They'll say it was last touched by El Trip. Ellery subs back onto the court for the Golden Eagles. 3-point threat, replaces Phoenix Bullock. Takes a seat next to his assistant coach. And we'll talk with KB there on the bench. A steal this time by Butler does actually count. Up ahead they find Scroggins, who takes the ball right into the teeth of Squire, and Squire's going to get called for the foul this time. Scroggins had Chua trailing, and I was curious if he wasn't going to maybe dump the ball back behind him, but instead took it against the 6'11" freshman. And Squire will pick up his first foul and the 5th on the team, sending Scroggins to the line. EJ 4 points on the contest so far. Chance to get it back to a 2-possession game if he can make both. And the first free throw is good. 8 minutes and 34 seconds to go in the first half. What's turning into a very entertaining first half against an El Trip team that's been very game for this battle. Second free throw by Scroggins also drops through. 28-34. Golden Eagles climb back to within 6. They trailed by as many as 11 in the game. On the near side, it's going to be picked up by Luster. Gets the ball left side. Zephyr back to Luster. 3 ball off the back iron, tipped around, and eventually Scroggins able to rip it away for himself, trying to get out onto the run again. Gets downhill, sees Muhammad in the paint, takes a step through the paint, finds Butler for 3, and he just glazes one off of the glass as the rebound scooped up by Luster. CJ gets out onto the run, gives the ball back to Battle. Jordan looks for Luster, fakes a pass to his left, lane opens up, they'll kick it to a wide open Squire in the corner. 3 ball good. 6'11", and you can drop home the triple. Squire gets his first deep shot of the contest. Well played there by the Bruins of Salt Lake. Muhammad hands the ball off to Chua. Dribbles it and centers it between the rings, top of the key. Ellery back to Chua, fakes the 3, gets cut off by the double team. They're having 2 people following him around almost all times as Muhammad gets the ball underneath. Up and under move, and eventually banks it up and in. Stick-to-itiveness down low for Abdullah Muhammad, and the Golden Eagles get themselves back within 2 more, but Squire heating up. He hits another triple. Laramie County will come back the other way. 3 ball this time, right side, no good. Eventually tipped around, and Golden Eagles will return to getting the ball inside, or watches the ball gets inside. Once again, Falarin with a couple of different attempts, eventually gets the layup to go. And at 42-30, the Golden Eagles saw all the work they put in disappears. They're back down by 12. Falarin with 10 after he gets another couple rebounds inside, and a timeout taken by the Golden Eagles as they want to talk things over. Head coach Dwayne Salisbury with the team huddled around him on the sideline. We'll take a break as well. Come back after more on Laramie County Community College's LCCC Golden Eagle at YouTube. Welcome back out to Laramie County Community College. Storey Gymnasium here at just north, just off of Pershing Boulevard, Cheyenne, Wyoming. Crowd continuing to come in. Great to see the city of Cheyenne supporting their Golden Eagles. As L-Trip trails by 12, 42-30. It's been a battle of runs so far. Just one extra run for Salt Lake as the Golden Eagles look to go on a run of their own. Ellery will start things off. The connection between Chua to Ellery drops home Pedro's first triple. He had a 5 3-point game in their win against Trinidad State. And looking to try and pick up where he left off. Skip pass ends up where Luster is. They'll go inside. The alley-oop try is going to be over the top of Edmonds and out of play. Back to L-Trip, down by 9, 42-33. Just a couple of threes from suddenly turning this into a 2 or 1 possession game. So they've started to heat up from beyond the arc. The Golden Eagles have hit a pair of them. One from Phoenix Bullock early in the game. Now Ellery getting into the rhythm. You start seeing those shooters watch the net cords drop through with the ball. And you suddenly start seeing a few more as Chua inside trying to draw the foul, lays one off the side of the rim. Edmonds gets to the rebound, tips it outside to Zoan Collins, or Zayon Collins. There we go. I can talk, I promise. He can't make the layup. Golden Eagles on the run. See Chua get to the rebound, and as he gets inside, they're going to call a foul on the floor against the Bruins. 16 foul goes on Abdul Hamid. So Hamid picks up his first. Chua, by the way, getting out on that rebound, has his first rebound. Still not a whole lot of rebounds for the Golden Eagles in this game. Ellery with a quick turnaround jumper, contested, and knocks home the 2. Pedro's up to 7 points. And the Englishman from Nottingham is, as I said, starting to heat up. Back-to-back baskets for him. Right side, the ball taken by Edmonds outside of the block. Fakes a pass inside, now able to get past Muhammad and fires one down with the right hand. Edmonds up over double figures now. He's got 11. 2 Bruins in double digits now on the evening as Butler takes it right side. Gives it back over to Scroggins. Now Butler up top. 5 minutes to go in the game. L-Trip trailing by 9, 44-35 as Butler inside. Counted in the foul. Davion Butler slips through the defense, and the smallest man on the court shows his ability to find the way to the hoop. Telling me earlier, I don't want you talking about my height so much on the radio, on the broadcast there. And so you know what? When somebody that's only 5'10" can do the stuff you're doing, that's almost a talking point for people. It shows a little bit more what you can do. Pound for pound, as he makes the free throw to get him 5 points in the game. He's up there with some of the best in the game at his level. He's really been a pleasant surprise for the coaching staff too. Not that they didn't think he had the talent, but just what he's really turned into. 3rd leading scorer on the Golden Eagles as the ball thrown away. Whistle does blow, and they call a foul on it from the official furthest from the play. They're going to call that one against Butler. As he came wrapping around Edmonds and tried to swipe the ball out of his hands. Actually never really ended up impacting the play on that wraparound. It was a ball thrown away by the Bruins that ended up seeing the turnover happen. But the foul happens. 1-and-1 free throws coming up at the line for Edmonds, who's 2 for 2. In fact, the Bruins have yet to miss. They're 9 for 9 from the line, and now 10 for 10. That one takes a high bounce, but still finds its way through. 45-38. LCCC only down by 7 to the number 3 team in the country with 4:47 to go in the first half. Second free throw also good, and the lead swells back up to 8. 13 points for Edmonds, as he is now the leading scorer for the Bruins. Chua, right side wing, gives the ball to Scroggins. EJ thought about the 3, instead steps around a screen, finds himself open from 18, and EJ continues to build up his tally. He's got 8. EJ, one of those that contributes in almost every facet of the game, really great with his hands on the steals. Big rebounder, despite not necessarily being the biggest man on the court, only 6'4". Ball floated in underneath, and that's going to not help out Butler's night. Bryce Zephyr gets his shot to lay in. And the Golden Eagles back down by 8, 48-40. Just too good a position inside for Zephyr on that one. As Bryce will watch the Golden Eagles return it back to Scroggins, and Scroggins showing some fancy moves as he gets up to double figures now. He's got 10. L Tripp stays within 6. Inside pass stolen away by Butler as he's able to get the ball up the court quickly to Scroggins. Near side for 3. Can EJ knock it down? No, too strong. And the ball bounces back out to Squire. But L Tripp starting to recognize some patterns from the Bruins and staying a bit more with them. On the far side, ball goes out to Zephyr for 3. Off the front of the rim, great box out inside by Muhammad. And the rebound scooped up by Butler. 3 minutes and 22 seconds to go. Butler tries the right side. Comes back left and now lines up a 3 from right down the barrel, but it skips off the rim. Back over to Xavier Edmonds. 4 rebounds now for Edmonds. Zephyr will back his way in as the Bruins look to answer back. Salt Lake gets it all the way down low, and Butler just could never slow down the momentum from Bryce Zephyr. And Zephyr, along with 3 assists, has 3 rebounds and 3 baskets. 6 points and 3s everywhere else. 50-42. It's back to an 8-point lead for the Bruins with under 3 to play. Muhammad goes right. Chua spins away from a steal. Wide open. Butler in the corner, not able to knock it through. And Preston Squire gets to another rebound as the Bruins look to go back up by double figures. Far side. Ball gets sent out to Edmonds. That 3 ball is good, and a bit of a stare from Edmonds too as a whistle blows and a timeout taken. See who takes this one, if it's the Bruins or if this is the Golden Eagles, and it looks like it's going to be L Tripp as Coach Salisbury talking with the officials. Tell you what though, Edmonds, he's a threat from wherever he is on the court. The freshman at 6'9", showing some talent. He's 4 for 4 from the free throw line, has a pair of 3s and 16 points to lead all scorers in the game so far with 2:30 to go, and Salt Lake is leading this one 53-42. Chu will take the inbounds play and gets it into Butler. Cameron Roundtree back onto the court. Also Michael Fullerin onto the court. As the Bruins making a couple substitutions too. Butler again trying the 3. This time able to settle it through. And the Golden Eagles pick up a tray from Butler to give him 8 points in the game. They stay within 8 as well. And an offensive foul on a moving screen is going to give it back to the Golden Eagles again. Picked up by Fullerin. Michael picks up his 2nd foul. 8th team foul, but it was offensive, so no free throws for the Golden Eagles. Just an inbounds play coming up. Chance again to trim it back down to a 2-possession game here in the first half. 53-45. L Tripp looking like they might be heading for their 3rd 100-point game of the season already. Shot up, off of the rim, no good. Roundtree battles for the rebound, but Fullerin able to get there first. He'll underhand one back behind him, and eventually it's kicked to the corner where Battle bounces it to Fullerin, spins underneath the basket, but travels with it first, and L Tripp gets another turnover from the Bruins. Golden Eagle basketball once again. Gotta love the resilience that the Golden Eagles are given right now. Down by 8, but every time Salt Lake tries to pull away, Laramie County finds an answer back for him. Butler takes it in the corner, blocked up into the air though, as able to pull that one down as Collins after getting his first block of the game. Battle the other way. Great defense by EJ Scroggins, forces a miss from Battle, and Roundtree there for the rebound. Scroggins bounces one behind him to Ellery. Ellery finds Butler all alone in the corner, this time able to set the feet, and Butler trims it to a 5-point game. Davion to 11 points, and we've got a whistle from the officials, and I think both benches have been warned. As these two teams definitely not backing down. The officials now talking things over after, again, bit of heated contact there. 1:06 to go in the first half of play. This is definitely not the moment that you want to lose control of this one. All 3 officials congregated together. And they'll talk to the scorers table. Looks like no matter what, it's going to be Bruins ball after the made shot. So that's the one thing we do know is going to happen. So the Bruins will have Luster doing the inbounding. But still no verdict on what exactly took place. The Salt Lake's coaches are in the ear of one of the other officials. And it looks like we've got technical fouls that have been awarded. So Davion Butler gets a technical foul, and Xavier Edmonds of Salt Lake gets a foul. And the Golden Eagles and Bruins will resume action, as that will round things out. Get some clarification in between the halves for what exactly went wrong down there on the court between, or what exactly the technicals were called about. Falarin up top. Gives the ball over to the right side. Luster tries to dribble into the attack, and instead the ball is going to be sent deep back to Bendinger. Bruins passing it beyond the three-point line, but can't get it inside as another alley-oop is laid up and in, and a foul called underneath the hoop goes against Butler once more, as Falarin's going to step to the line. Or is this Chua that they're going to whistle for the foul? I believe it's actually going to be Chua. Oh, they do get Butler. First I saw him holding 11 up, so Butler picks up his third. Butler trying to ask the official what exactly it was that he did as Falarin steps to the line. Falarin, excuse me. First one, no good on 1-and-1 free throws. I thought that was double bonus. I apologize. So can't get the first one to go. Both teams with 9 team fouls. Chua the other way, attacks straight to the hoop, and it's a 3-point game. A one-possession game as the Golden Eagles have the crowd on the far side making some noise. 20 seconds to go as the shot clock is turned off, and Jordan Battle with possession, guarded by Jordan Reed. Reed's been on the bench for most of this first half with 2 fouls. He got his second foul just 5 minutes into the game. Reed glued to Battle as they go right side. Now Roundtree comes over to help Falarin up top, hands it off to Luster as the clock winds down, and the final second shot does not find through, and the Golden Eagles go on a run at the end of the first half of play to take the lead, or take this one into the halftime locker rooms, only down by 1. We'll have halftime numbers coming your way after this one wraps up for halftime, but right now a 15-minute break before we come back here on LCCC Golden Eagle Athletics YouTube. We welcome you back out to Laramie County Community College's Storey Gymnasium. Well, the Laramie County School District number 1's Storey Gymnasium, that is, home away from home. Golden Eagles trailing 50-53 at the break to the number 3 team in the country. It's been a good one so far. Salt Lake shooting 54% from the field, 22 rebounds, 12 assists as a team. Leading scorer Xavier Edmonds for the Bruins, 16 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists for the freshman. On the other side, they got 10 points from Michael Falarin. He's also got 4 rebounds, 7 points from C.J. Luster, all from the free throw line, and 6 apiece for Bryce Zephyr, Preston Squire, and Mason Bendinger. Jordan Battle also has a pair of points as well. Golden Eagles, they're being led by 3 in double figures. Brandon Chua and Davion Butler both have 11 points each. Chua also with 2 assists. 10 points for E.J. Scroggins with 3 rebounds and 2 blocks and a steal. 7 for Ellery, 5 for Bullock, and 4 for Abdullah Muhammad, 2 for Jordan Reed. As the Golden Eagles getting ready for the second half of action, will have the basketball to open up the second half of action. And a chance to tie this one or get it to a 1-point game as Jordan Reed gets the opening pass. Reed did not play for 13 or 14 minutes of the first half because of foul trouble. Got his first 2 fouls within the first 4 minutes and then had to spend a lot of time on the bench as he hands off to Ellery. Pedro shot over the top of the rim and rebounded underneath by Abdullah, where he's going to get fouled. Foul picked up by Salt Lake on Bryce Zephyr, his first. And the Golden Eagles get the inbounds from underneath the basket as Reed gets it to Muhammad in the corner. Up top to Ellery, tries to drive, gets a screen. Ball tipped out of his hands. And they're going to say last touched by Ellery as it goes back to Salt Lake. The Golden Eagles will have to wait for their next possession to try and crack the scoreboard here in the second half of play. Just underway in the second half, 19 minutes and 53 seconds to go in the contest. There's a big crowd on the far side making some good noise right now and providing some good energy for today's contest. Edmonds gets it on the near side. Leading scorer in the first half for the Bruins goes up top to Jordan Battle. Leading scorer for the Bruins on the season finds Falarin underneath the hoop, who turns in and is able to lay that one up. We got a whistle. And we got a delay a game warning against Michael Falarin. As they say, he ended up tipping the basketball. Battle, by the way, gets up to his, I believe, second assist in this one. Golden Eagles will bring it forward with Jordan Reed taking the point. 55-50, 2-possession lead for Salt Lake. Reed playing with some screens from Chua. Ends up handing the ball off to Ellery, who can't handle it. Ball flipped over through the lane, and the layup blown. Ellery getting back on defense, able to tip the ball out to Chua, who pulls down the rebound after Bryce Zephyr wasn't able to make anything count. Chua the other way ends up getting fouled, and he's going to step to the line for an and one. How about this? It's a great way to come away from that near disaster on the far side, and now all of a sudden you can cut into a 2-point game. And also you get Xavier Edmonds with his 3rd foul, so the leading scorer for the Salt Lake Community College Bruins is going to have to live dangerously for these next few minutes, because if he picks up his 4th, he's going to be stuck on the bench and planted there for a while. Coach Kyle Taylor talking with the official, saying that he's got a player with a bloody nose right now. Why did that get called a foul? As Chua makes the free throw, and the Golden Eagles cut it to a 2-point game, 52-53, as the clock winds to under 18 minutes and 45 seconds to go. On the far side, Falarin has the ball stolen away by Chua. Another one for him. The sophomore all the way to the hoop, goes behind him to Ellery. Pump fake, now a drive by Ellery. Floated to the backside of the hoop for Muhammad and tipped away. To the near side, Luster wants the 3. He'll pull up into one. Too strong on the shot. Falarin there for the rebound is going to get fouled by Muhammad on the offensive attempt. And Muhammad, I think, just there was trying not to give up the easy basket to Falarin. And Falarin will step to the line for his 2nd and 3rd free throws of the game. Eagles just got a bit too fancy on their last offensive possession. On the defensive possession, shown the energy to get back into it. And that's something that had to be talked about in the locker room, as the first free throw is good. Makes it a 3-point game again. Coaching staff for the Golden Eagles talking with both head coach Salisbury and assistant coach Krubel Werke. Both of them said, you know, it's got to be a 40-minute effort for our team in this one, as the shot goes down on the second one. Substitution will see Squire head back onto the court as Falarin will take a seat onto the bench. And L Trip down by 4 will bring it forward after both free throws were knocked home by the Bruins. 57-53, 110 points already scored in this game between the two teams. We've still got 18 minutes of game time left to go. Skip pass far side, stolen. On the run goes Luster. CJ spins into the lane, loses the ball, gathers it on the baseline, and then finds a seam to slip the ball into the rim underneath the basket. CJ Luster with his first basket of the second half has 9. Trying to become the third Bruin into double figures. Chua wraps around a screen, picks up his dribble, fakes a few passes, and eventually finds Jordan Reed. Reed hasn't been heard from much. The lefty puts up a 3, though, with a hand in the grill. Jordan Reed with 5 now in the game for L Trip. And it's a 3-point game again, 59-56. And that's what L Trip has to do. You have to be able to answer back to the big shots made by Salt Lake. And a travel back the other way is going to give it back to the Golden Eagles again with another chance to answer back to one of those shots. Kyle Taylor in deep contemplation on the sidelines. 5th-year coach for Salt Lake Community College, taking on the 4th-year head coach of the Golden Eagles and Dwayne Salisbury. Chua takes it far side for the Golden Eagles with possession. Looks for Ellery, hands off the ball to him. Pedro picks up the ball, now underneath the EJ, and a quick pass to Muhammad, but jabbed out of his hands at the last second. Up ahead, they get the ball into the middle, where it's going to be Squire for 3 on the kick out, but he can't knock it through as Reed rips down the rebound for himself. Up ahead quickly, he finds Abdullah, and Muhammad trims it back to a 1-point game again. Great feed there by Jordan Reed. Crowd making noise again as they plead for a defensive stop. Trying to take the lead here with 16:44 to go in the game. Ball given on the outside to Zephyr. Drives in as Bryce gets Chua to overrun him, but then blows the layup underneath. Edmonds gets the ball on the left block, bashes his way up to the hoop, but he's denied by the rim, gets it again, and on the third try is finally able to get it through the rim. Edmonds gets his first basket of the second half. 61-58. And L Trip returns with Reed taking the point. Up to Muhammad. He'll try the 3. Is he feeling it? No. Halfway down and kicks back to the Bruins, where Zephyr comes away with the basketball. Bruins have dominated the rebounding battle in this one, but just not a whole lot of chances to rebound, as both teams shooting over 50% in the first half. Squire drops down the shooting percentage for the Bruins a bit as he can't hit the 3, but Zephyr gets another offensive board, and we've got a whistle. And it looks like it was a shot clock reset, I believe. And the Golden Eagles will make the substitutions while they do it, as Abdullah Muhammad will step to the bench. Cameron Roundtree returns to the court. 15:54 to go here in the second half. Zephyr gives the ball in, and it'll be Zayon Collins. Zayon, right side, takes the point. Bounces one up top, nearly stolen by Scroggins, who was expecting the pass. Betting are able to get there first. Zayon fakes it inside. Now pro-hops his way back to a pass first. A miss from Zephyr. And there's the rebound to Pedro Ellery. Ellery up ahead to Chua. Almost steps past for a travel, but able to keep that pivot foot nailed to the floor. And the ball goes back outside to Jordan Reed. 61-58, a 3 ties. A 2 gets it to a 1-point game as Roundtree inside kicks out to Scroggins for the 3. No, just a bit off target. And the Golden Eagles see Zephyr pull down yet another board. Zephyr all the way to coast as well, never slowed down. Nobody picked him up, and Zephyr has 8 points. And the Golden Eagles back down by 5. Bruins survived the early run. Now can the Golden Eagles get another run growing as Scroggins dribbles his way inside, up and under against Squire, high off the glass, no good, but Roundtree tips the offensive board to himself, and he takes the tumble underneath and works his way to the free throw line for 2. Cameron Roundtree with a physical effort inside. The Pennsylvania native transferred to the Golden Eagles from Grayson College in Texas. Will step to the free throw line for his first attempts of the night on the season so far. Roundtree, a 47% free throw shooter, so really trying to improve that. Takes 2.4 free throws a game and cannot hit the front end of these two. Golden Eagles have actually shot well from the free throw line today. 5 of 6 from the line, 5 of 7 with that last miss. Trying to at least get one out of this trip to the line. That's what you want to do if you're the big men that don't have the best shooting percentages from the line. Just try and get one of them and then worry about the second. That's what Roundtree does. Knocks home the second free throw. He's got his first point of the game, and Laramie County stays within 4, 63-59, as the ball handing off to Bettinger. Underneath pass to a wide open and left alone Falarin. He's got 16 now. Bettinger gets his first assist, and L Tripp trails by 6. Largest lead of the second half for the Bruins. Largest lead of the game for the Bruins has been 12. Golden Eagles trimmed into that at the end of the game as Butler trims into this one. He drops home a 3-ball. Davion's got his 3rd triple of the game. Season 9 triples this year for the Golden Eagles has been 5 in the game. Ellery did that against Trinidad State on Saturday afternoon. Right now, Butler trying to change the season high near side. Ball gets sent up to Zephyr as Collins didn't like what he had on the corner. Zephyr dribbles his way in, up and under, finds Squire. Squire turns around with a line drive shot to the side of the basket that's picked up by Collins for the rebound. And as a whistle blows, there's a foul called underneath, and it looks like that's going to go on Salt Lake. Jordan Battle picks up the foul. And an immediate timeout with 13 minutes and 53 seconds to go. I saw Coach Salisbury rather upset with whatever the call was, so I assumed it was going to be on the Golden Eagles. Instead, it goes on the Bruins, and at a 3-point game, we'll take a break and come back with more. You're watching and listening to Golden Eagle basketball on LCCC Golden Eagle YouTube. Bruins break out of the timeout as they will have possession on the far side. Again, not sure what the call was on the foul on Battle. Might have been on Roundtree. They held up a 23. But it's the Bruins with the ball, so I am highly confused right now sitting up here. But we'll get things figured out and sorted out as things continue on. To the right side and trying to drive all the way in, and getting pushed away is Zayon Collins. Butler follows him all the way through the paint, and eventually it's Battle who comes away with the basketball. Shot clock winds down, 2 seconds left on it. Fade away from Zephyr, airballed out of bounds, and Golden Eagles get the ball back on the shot clock violation. Great defense by the Golden Eagles there, and really they're denying the bigs inside. Falarin and Edmonds, as well as Squire, have not been able to really impact this game for the last 15 to 20 minutes of actual game time. They had a really strong start. Edmonds had some impacts from deep balls that he was shooting. But inside, the Golden Eagles have been able to hound them enough as Reed puts up a 3. That one off the side of the rim, clicks to Scroggins, and Scroggins is going to get tangled up and called for the foul as he and Battle go for the same basketball, and Battle comes away with it. Scroggins picks up his second foul, only the second team foul on the Golden Eagles in this half. Abdullah Muhammad's got the other one. Justin Daniels, who we have not heard from in this game so far, subs onto the court. First opportunity for him in this second half of action. First opportunity for him in the game as a whole, as he'll get out there to guard Bettinger. Bettinger gets the ball, and Daniels follows him beyond the three-point line, as now the ball passed over to Scroggins, and Scroggins all alone with a big old two-hand flush to cut it to a one-point game again. EJ with the steal, the scoop, the score, and L Tripp has it to a 65-64 game. On the far side, spinning on the baseline, Collins can't find an opening, and up for three is Zephyr. Good defense following him out to the three-point line by Scroggins. Forces him to miss the shot, and as the whistle blows on a pass inside, we've got another foul, it looks like. Or no, a shot clock violation. Or no, a shot clock change. As 18 seconds will be reset up onto the shot clock as they set it to a 30-second clock, not a 20-second clock. So the inbounds play comes back out. Battle takes it on the wing, and they'll try and drive in against Roundtree. Pass into the middle of the lane where there was nobody standing next to Benninger, and Benninger is able to lay it up and in. Battle gets another assist. He's drawing the attention right now of the Golden Eagles. But the Golden Eagles not able to follow the people that he's passing the ball to. Battle's making his biggest impact with his passing rather than his scoring. On to see from the leading scorer on the Bruins team. Butler into the lane. Is going to get fouled as he tries to gather. It's going to be on the floor, though. So an inbounds play coming up. Fresh shot clock for the Golden Eagles. That initially set down to 10. The foul picked up by Zephyr. He's got 2 in the second half. 67-64 with 12:09 to go. Bullock will head back onto the court. E.J. Scroggins heads to the bench to take a breather. And Reed will do the inbounding as he sends this one deep to Justin Daniels. The forward for the Golden Eagles. First California player recruited by head coach Dwayne Salisbury. Tries the three, that one too strong. Rebound out onto the run to Battle as he takes it to the right side wing. Skip pass back to Zephyr. Thought about the three, but didn't trust Bullock not to get a hand onto it. And he'll try and drive in against him instead. Euros into the lane. He's going to get fouled on the floor. He tried to pass the ball out of it. The official saw it was a pass, not a shot. And Davion Butler picks up his 4th foul. So Davion probably going to spend a lengthy stretch of time on the bench now, as Pedro Ellery will sub in for Davion. And talk with head coach Dwayne Salisbury. Inbounds play to the near side. Battle feeds it along to C.J. Luster. Wants to drive against Daniels. Gets a double screen set up for him. They'll switch off to Bullock on the ball. Now Zephyr up top. Crowd trying to round into some noise, egged on by the Golden Eagles bench. Zephyr with 3 on the shot clock, bounces one down to Falar, and the ball stolen away. No, they got a foul called on Roundtree. And Salisbury not happy at all. Roundtree picks up his 2nd, 4th team foul on the Golden Eagles, and the toughest part about that, the shot clock was about to expire, and instead it's a reset to 20 seconds. 11:26 left to go in the game, and all of a sudden the fouls have started mounting up for both sides. Inbounds play, sent by Collins to the near side and Battle. Ellery picks him up on the corner. Battle drives around him, gets into front of the rim, but his shot no good as Bullock able to step in for the rebound. He gets his 2nd of the game. Over to Muhammad, and Muhammad with a flush! What a dynamite dunk from the sophomore from Massachusetts, and he'll trip within 1 again. I'll tell you what, if they can take the lead in this game, you could see a very different second half action. Shot up on the right side, Collin able to get that one down, but the Golden Eagles on the hunt right now as Reed drives in, pockets it, fires it, floats it, and gets it himself. Reed scores for the 2nd time in the half. He's got 7 points. Leading scorer on the team for the Golden Eagles with 19 points a game. Goes back onto the defensive side, is able to force a miss on Zephyr, and Zephyr down. He's holding on to his calf muscle, so hopefully nothing too serious for him, but he's not involved in this play as Daniels with the 3, can't get it to go. Rebound picked up by Reed. Now it's out to Bullock for 3. There's your go-ahead basket, 71-69, and the Golden Eagles take advantage of the man up and go up on the number 3 team in the country with 10:17 to go. Back after this break on LCCC Golden Eagle Athletics. Being helped up to his feet and off of the court under his own power, but hobbled a little bit with that left calf, is Bryce Zephyr. 8 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists unofficially for him in the game so far. Probably has a few more assists than that. So I haven't tracked any in the second half, but he's out of the game, and the Golden Eagles will now watch and see Cohen Collier onto the court for the first time to replace him. Big lineup out there on the court for the Bruins is inside and on the floor. Another foul is going to get whistled against the Golden Eagles as Jordan Reed got called for the reach, and that's his 3rd foul, 5th team foul on the Golden Eagles. And now you've got 2 Golden Eagles with foul trouble. Butler and Reed both have 3 and 4. Reed on the court with 3, Butler on the bench with 4 as the ball inbounded by the Bruins. Deep shot by Luster. The 3 ball short off the front of the rim, but he gets his own rebound. Fires a pass to the near side, and Daniels able to tip it out of bounds, but it stays with the Bruins with 9:57 left to go. 17 on the shot clock. Plenty of time for Salt Lake to work with after that missed 3-point shot. And they continue to own the rebounding game here at Storey Gymnasium. Collier up top, hands the ball off to Luster, nearly tipped away by Daniels. Daniels didn't have the momentum going his way to try and chase it down. 2 seconds on the shot clock as C.J. Luster goes up, and they're going to call a foul on the Golden Eagles and Daniels to send C.J. Luster to the line for 3, and that is, in my professional opinion, the definition of a bailout call. C.J. Luster went into 2 Golden Eagles to draw contact and put up a 3, and the foul ends up being called against Daniels, and now that's hopefully what these officials are talking about. Luster did what he was supposed to do. It's nothing against what he did. You're supposed to go in, and when you're down in the shot clock like that and you don't have a great shot, try and get them to the defense to commit something that gets you to the line. And the refs just did not necessarily see it the same way. They felt that it was unnecessary contact that was forced by Daniels instead of by Luster as they continue to huddle up and talk things over on the far side. Crowd has not thinned out at all. Fans up into the upper deck here at Storey Gymnasium. Solid crowd of 400 to 500 people have come here into attendance for this one, and they've been treated to a phenomenal game between the Golden Eagles and the Bruins. The Golden Eagles trying to find a way to knock off the top 3 team in the country as they're bringing the 2 head coaches to the middle of the court. And we're going to try and lip read up here a little bit. They're talking most of it right now to Kyle Taylor. And Taylor looking like he's the one who is more... Oh, yeah, that's the reaction that you were expecting. Taylor with a non-appreciative look, and now he's getting into the official's ear and trying to plead for them. So no foul on the play, and instead, C.J. Luster is going to get whistled for the flagrant foul. So Luster whistled for the flagrant means Daniels gets to go. This is a complete 180. Daniels now at the line for free throws after the swing around and the intentional foul called against CJ, the flagrant called against CJ for going flying in. It's just exactly what I was saying before. CJ Luster went running into him, and the Golden Eagles now with the lead is either on CJ Luster or it was on Preston Squire for a moving screen. Either way, the Golden Eagles get the basket or get the free throw, and they get the basketball up by 3 now, 72-69. Jordan Reed with a chance to get El Trip up by 2 possessions. He'll try and drive the left side, almost overruns his dribble and hands it off to Bullock. Phoenix left 6 feet in front of him, and you can't do that! Phoenix Bullock bombing it out from deep. He's got his 3rd triple. Reed calling the plays, and the Eagles are soaring here at Storey Gymnasium. A steal nearly picked up by Cam Roundtree. Goes outside to CJ Luster. And Luster, a little bit flustered out top, is going to end up getting fouled and helped out. Almost walked into a travel. A late reach by the Golden Eagles, though, on Phoenix Bullock is going to end up sending Luster to the line where He is so far 7 of 7, so don't expect for him to miss these two. First foul on on Phoenix Bullock. And they're going to call it on the floor, so no free throws. I thought that was going to be shooting for sure. No free throws. And Battle will inbound the basketball to Collier, who cannot make the layup count. And the Golden Eagles see Reed come away with the board. Jordan finds Ellery, stolen away, though, by C.J. Luster. He'll try and take on Jordan Reed and has the ball affected from behind by Ellery. Gets his own rebound, though, and turns around to lay that one up and in. C.J. Luster up to 11 points. 75-71. El Trip, though, looking to shock the world, up by 4 as they lead the number 3 team in the country here at home. Justin Daniels, guarded by Squire deep, gives the ball back up to the top of the key, and Bullock wants to drive. He's got the mismatch in terms of athleticism, but instead passes off to Chua, who can't hit the jumper, and the rebound is going to be picked up instead by Battle. Jordan takes it right side, hands the ball off to Zephyr. Now Squire for 3, gets it with Chua coming out to guard him. Squire at 6'11", doesn't take much to get space and range for those big threes from deep. Reed takes it around to the left side. He looks to a Bullock cut to the hoop, and Bullock's going to have it tipped off of his own leg and out of play. And again, head coach Salisbury absolutely irate, because at least it should be Golden Eagle basketball in his mind. And he's going to actually win the argument. The other official from the far side comes over and reverses the call. Both coaches working these officials like their lives depend on it, as the Golden Eagles will get the better of that one. And El Triple inbound with a fresh shot clock. 15 seconds to go on it. Reed double teamed on the near side, picks up that dribble and fades one to the far side for Scroggins. EJ drives in, kicks it back out to Bullock. Phoenix drops another one. EJ calls the number this time, and Scroggins finds Bullock for his 4th. The Chicago native lighting it up as C.J. Luster to answer back. Cannot do it, and Reed there secures another rebound for the Golden Eagles. Under 8 to play, is up to 2 it goes. He's inside. Count it, and the foul! (80-74), and a timeout taken by the Bruins of Salt Lake, who do not know what has happened to them. The Golden Eagles of Laramie County soaring high at Storey Gym when we come back after this media timeout on LCCC Golden Eagle Athletics YouTube. Men's basketball for the Golden Eagles soaring high right now at Storey Gym with an 80-74 advantage on the number 3 team in the country. Slightly shorthanded as this Salt Lake Community College Bruins team left 5 players back home in Salt Lake. But they've got their best here on the court, battling it out with the Golden Eagles that did make the trip. And El Trip's been able to take a couple of haymakers early, trailed it by 12 in the first half, closed it to 3 by the end of the first half, and now lead by 6. Make it 7 as Chua knocks home the free throw, and the Golden Eagles lead by 7, a 19-point swing since there was 12:08 to go in the first half of play. 7:26 left in the game right now as Bullock able to force Zephyr to go up on a tough shot, but Zephyr knocks it through, and Bryce hits double figures with his 10th point of the game. Left side, Reed hands the ball off to Chua. Brandon goes to Bullock, and Phoenix has it stripped away from him. Great play by C.J. Luster. He's going to try and time things up with Chua, and the ball rolls off of the rim as Brandon gets whistled for the foul. That's going to go as Chua's seventh team foul, so bonus free throws the rest of the way for the Salt Lake Community College Bruins. Bruins also have 16 fouls, so they're also going to be sending the Golden Eagles to the free throw line for every foul after this, as Luster stays perfect at the line and knocks home his first of 2. 12 points now for Luster in the game, 8 for 8 from the free throw line. Good free throw shooting is so huge as he makes the second one as well. And the Golden Eagles see their lead cut back to 3, 81-78 as Reed brings the ball forward. Wants to get going downhill, but instead passes it out to Bullock. Now Chua. Dribbles to his right, sees a little gap open up, and the ball tipped out of his, no, they say last touched by Chua off his toe. And with 6:51 to go, it's immediate timeout. And we will keep it right here for this one. A chance to thank our boosters and athletic partners, as we want to say thank you to our starting lineup partners, Banner Capital Bank, Century 21, Bell Real Estate, Hearst Applegate, Wyoming Attorneys, Riverstone Bank, Bailey Stock, Harmon, Cottom, and Lopez LLP, HealthWorks, where health happens, Jess Ryan with the Compass Wealth Group, Tommy's Express Car Wash, and Eldred Eye Center. Also want to thank the U.S. Air Force, as well as our MVP partners, All-American partners, which include Scooters Coffee, Cowboy Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram. Champion partners include Cheyenne Regional Medical Center, the Beast Foundation, Capital Roofing, and Next Era Energy Resources. And our all-star partners include Blue Federal Credit Union, Holiday Auto Group, and Wyoming Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Army County resident night. And a busy schedule coming up. I'll echo the PA announcer on what he's saying. We got double headers on Friday against North Platte Community College, and we've got a doubleheader against McCook Community College coming up on Saturday. Men and women's basketball here at Storey Gymnasium, 5:30, 7:30 on Friday, 2 o'clock, 4 o'clock on Saturday. As the Bruins with the basketball down by 3, they've trailed by as many as 7 when the Golden Eagles went up 81-74. That was with just under 8 minutes to go. Bruins cut it to a 1-point game again as Zephyr takes that inside and lays it through. He's got 12 on the night as Reed brings it forward. Golden Eagles need to snap this 6-0 run by the Bruins now. Chua finds Ellery, pump fake from the sophomore. Instead rotated back to Reed. Jordan tries to cut a double team, dances through 2, and he's going to get fouled and helped out 1-1. They say it was on the floor, so the 82% free throw shooter will step to the line for 1-1 free throws. And at the infraction site is Zephyr, who picks up his 3rd. Muhammad subs back onto the court. Golden Eagles going for a bit more rim protection inside. Muhammad playing with 2 fouls, so he's not really in much danger there with 6:20 to go in the game as Reed gets the first free throw. Just able to bounce it off the front of the rim and gets the friendly roll. Back to a 2-point game, 82-80. They'll trip on top. One more for the lefty. And he's nothing but net on that one as that one settles its way through. And the Golden Eagles back up to a 3-point lead. That's just what the doctor ordered. Settle the game down, get a couple of shots that you see go through the rim, and end the momentum that was coming from the Bruins. Bruins go right side to Zephyr. He's got the hot hand right now, 4 straight points for him, and he's going to have the ball tipped away and batted out of bounds, last touch by Scroggins. Scroggins got his hand in there and sent the ball sailing into the Bruins bench, pled for his case that it was going the other way, but it was an easy call for the officials to keep it with the Bruins as they'll inbound the ball with 6 minutes to go. Up top, Battle steps back 2 as his toe was on the line, skips off of the rim to Edmonds, and Edmonds with the offensive rebound is going to lay that one up and in. He's got 20 points now to lead everybody in this game. Both teams have seen multiple get to double digits, but Edmonds has had the most consistent offensive night of anybody, although his second half has been very dry. Reed, fade away, just a little short off the front of the rim, and C.J. Luster gets the ball as the Bruins look to try and take the lead back. 83-82, 5:30 to go. Edmonds spins to the hoop, and a blocking foul is going to get called on Abdullah Muhammad, as they say his hips got too intertangled with Xavier Edmonds, and that'll send the 6'9" freshman to the line, where he has yet to miss 4 for 4 at the stripe. Golden Eagles will see a substitution on. Collins heads to the bench for C.J. Luster. Or heads onto the court, I should say, for Luster, who heads to the bench. Golden Eagles stay set with their 5 as the official bends down, has to tie his shoe. Now back up to give the ball over to Edmonds once more. 5:29 to go as Edmonds through his dribble routine in the front end of the 1-on-1s. No good. Zephyr gets the offensive board, though, and an extra possession for the Bruins. Pass near side. Battle flips it into the corner for Bettinger. No, off the back rim. And another rebound picked up by Edmonds this time, as he's going to flip the ball around to the three-point line. And down on the court is E.J. Scroggins, and that's going to pause a stop after the ball drops through. And hopefully Scroggins is okay after Zephyr hits the 3. That's the biggest thing right now that you're talking about. Officials could not stop the play until the ball transitioned to the Golden Eagles. So nothing that they did wrong, but E.J. Scroggins getting looked at right now by the athletic trainer Sarah Sharon, and we're going to step away while she does her work on the court. Returning back to the court, well, they'll have possession, but down by 2 after the Bruins of Salt Lake Community College were able to respond with a 11-2 run of their own after trailing by 7. And Bullock goes into the lane where he's going to get fouled. Count it for 2 more for the Golden Eagles, and Phoenix can give the lead right back to L. Tripp. He's got 11 in just the second half. 4 threes in the game. And Phoenix making a big effort at becoming the player of the game in this one for the Golden Eagles, who tied up again at 85 all. Gets the free throw to go, and L. Tripp back up by 1 as Phoenix up to 16 points in the game, or it should be 17 in the game, 12 in the second half alone. Zephyr with the ball on the right side, feeds it underneath to Edmonds, is going to travel with the basketball as the backside official saw him not dribble the ball. He was trying to spin around Muhammad, instead ends up walking with it to turn it back over to L. Tripp, and another chance to build it back to that 2-possession lead for the Golden Eagles. They can get a 3 here, it goes to 2. A 2-point basket makes it a full 1. Bullock hands off to Muhammad, gets it back, standing beyond the 3-point line, guarded tightly by Battle, and finds Chua. Brandon steps into a motion 3, no good though, and Bettinger comes away with the basketball, feeds it to Zephyr near side. Chua with good defense, but Zephyr able to be tough through the contact and lays one up and in. 87-86, the Bruins retake the lead. Back and forth we go as Ellery gets it near side. Double team, Droz is on him, but he doesn't care. Pedro with 10 in the game, and a timeout taken as the Golden Eagles continue to answer back to every punch from the Bruins and lead 89-87 with 4:08 to go. Plenty of fun here at Storey Gymnasium. If you didn't make it, you missed out. But happy to have you with us here on LCCC Golden Eagle Athletics YouTube as the Golden Eagles looking to shock the NJCAA world and knock off the Bruins at home. Golden Eagles coming out of the break are going to be on the defensive side of the basketball as the Bruins will be coming back down the court, the full length of the court. For the Golden Eagles, Bullock, Chua, Ellery, Reed, and Muhammad. For the Bruins, it's Collins, Luster, Zephyr, Battle, and Edmonds. And the Bruins, again, with possession of the basketball, bring it up the far sideline in front of the crowd. Battle takes it, extended from the three-point line. Handoff picked up by Collins. And Zayon, is going to get fouled away from the basket by Abdullah Muhammad, and he picks up his fourth. And that is going to send Collins to the free throw line, where he has yet to attempt any this evening, as it is 1-and-1 free throws at the 9th team foul against the Golden Eagles. When you talk about Collins, Zayon, a 60% shooter, has only taken 5 free throws this year. 3 of 5 on the season, and cannot get the front end, and stays at 3 of 6 now on the season. Reed with the rebound, pushes across the timeline, and is able to beat the press. Now goes into the lane himself, floats up another one off the back of the rim, but a horrible bounce as that one kicks wildly into the hands of Edmonds. Gives it back to the Bruins for a 3 from Luster. That horrible bounce goes back the other way, and now Edmonds gets whistled for the foul. Edmonds picks up his 4th as the rebound inside goes to Cameron Roundtree, and Roundtree is going to have 1-and-1 free throws, and actually that is it for Edmonds. 3:34 to go, and the 6'9" freshman has fouled out, the leading scorer in the game for the Bruins. In the first half, held to just 4 in the second half, and he heads over to the bench with the Bruins down by 2, and Cameron Roundtree at the line with 1-and-1 free throws. 1 of 2 in the game so far is Cameron. He'd love to get this front end at least. Cameron under 50% on the season at the line. High is it, and the righty cannot get it. Rebound bounces outside, and Zephyr who picks it up for the Salt Lake Bruins. 3 minutes and 30 to go. Zephyr right side, guarded by Chua. Drives the left side of the lane, pulls up for a fadeaway and leaves it off the front, but right into the hands. The rebound bounces to Michael Falarin. The offensive putback gives Falarin 18 points. As the Golden Eagles will give it to Bullock up top, drives into the lane, draws the defense, leaves it along the rim, and Falarin with a good box out gets the defensive board. Putting in work inside. The sophomore, a redshirt sophomore at that, takes the ball up top and hands it off to Collins. Now Battle with under 3 minutes to play in a tie game at 89 all. Golden Eagles see a drive in from Collins, draws the defense to him. They'll kick it to Battle. His 3 ball with his feet planted, no good. But Falarin gets another rebound and feeds it out to Collins for another 3 and another offensive board for Falarin. 5 rebounds in the second half, 4 of them coming in the last 30 seconds. Ball out to the right side. This time CJ Luster for 3. That one no good either, and eventually the Golden Eagles secure the rebound. Chua with the board, also doesn't stop and takes it all the way. Brandon gives El Trip the lead again, 91-89 with 2:11 to go. Student section for the Golden Eagles on their feet as the Bruins work at caddy corner from them. Battle with the basketball. Right side feeds it to Zephyr, sets the feet, fires the 3, gets it to go, and turns around to that same student section and gives them a shush signal. And Zephyr now becomes the leading scorer as he's got 20 points, tied with Xavier Edmonds for that tally. 14 in the second half for Zephyr. And he has been what has been carrying the Bruins through to this point in time to a 92-91 lead. In this final minute and 57 of this game. Golden Eagles, though, only down by 1, and they've had the answers every time they've gone down the court. So I don't think you can assume that the Bruins, now that they've gotten that lead back, are going to be able to walk away with this one. 1:56 to go. And the Golden Eagles will have the basketball with a chance to drive down and answer. Chua heads to the end line. And he'll inbound the basketball to Jordan Reed. Golden Eagles haven't changed their starters out there, or the players on the court, I should say. As Reed dribbles it to the near side, finds Chua. No, Reed, really a point of emphasis for the Bruins coming into this game. They know the danger that he possesses. Instead, they go to Bullock. Bullock gets the man in the air, rises for two, off the front of the rim. Roundtree wins the race to the rebound, though, and the Golden Eagles get another offensive look. Bullock spins around a defender on the screen, but loses the ball as it's tipped out of his hands late, and under 1:30 to go, the Bruins get the ball back, leading by 1. Both coaches pleading on with their teams as Kyle Taylor stands in front of his bench directing traffic. Ball goes to Battle up top. Standing just in front of the half-court stripe, takes a screen, drives to the lane. Roundtree escorts him to the end line, and they're going to say he made a bit too much contact on that escort job, and that's going to send Battle to the line for 2 as Roundtree picks up his 3rd. Jordan Battle, who's only got 2 points in the game, will step to the line. Battle, normally a 95% free throw shooter with 15.4 points a game. Can't get this free throw, though, and it stays 92-91 with 1:05 to go. Best the Bruins can do is make it a 2-point lead. Roundtree heads over to the bench as Muhammad subs back onto the court for Laramie County. Big free throw here for Battle and a big rebound if he misses it. Shot up, that one is good, does settle through. It's a 2-point lead for the Bruins as Reed gets the basketball on the inbounds. 93-91 with 60 ticks left. Reed scoops up his dribble. Muhammad flashes to the hoop, but nobody was able to get him the ball. They'll skip it right side to Bullock. Back to Muhammad in traffic. Has to wrestle the ball away from a few. Now Reed gets it inside, goes for the dunk, and is fouled. Couldn't flush it through, but he's going to step to the line for 2 as Zephyr picks up his 4th foul. Could we be heading for overtime in this one? Two free throws here for Reed. Already on the night, Jordan 2 for 2. Remember, he spent 13 minutes in the first half on the bench with foul trouble. First free throw good. Brings it to a 1-possession game again, or 1-point game rather, with 45.7 seconds to go. Second opportunity for the lefty sophomore. No good off the front of the rim. Rebound nearly picked up by Ellery. Instead, it's Collins who comes away with it, and the Golden Eagles still trail by 1. 37 seconds to go. Right now, a difference between the shot and game clock of 15 seconds. Bruins not looking for an extra possession, just whittling this one down. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Driving in, Collins takes it all the way and then throws the ball away. Tried to hook it to the corner to C.J. Luster. It might have been tipped by Falarin, and the Golden Eagles, with 19.7 to go, have the ball for the final shot in this one. Could you write a better script for a Laramie County team that is trying to prove that it belongs on the national stage, and a team that Coach Salisbury says is one of the best he's ever recruited? Chua will bring this one forward with 16 to go. Crosses over the half-court stripe, brings it in front of Coach Salisbury. He's one that likes to let the team play, so don't expect a timeout. Chua takes it to the right side, fouled, and the bucket! And 1 for Brandon Chua. With 5.9 seconds remaining, and the foul goes against Bryce Zephyr, who is fouled out of the game with 5.9 remaining. Timeout on the court. We'll take it with them. Back after this on LCCC Golden Eagle Athletics. Chua at the line, out of the timeout for free throws. One free throw to make it a 2-point lead for the Golden Eagles after he's fouled on the and one opportunity. 94-93 with 5.9 seconds to go, and he does make the free throw. Bruins will inbound and run. They don't call timeout either. Battle with the ball all the way to the hoop, lays it in with 0.6 seconds remaining. Golden Eagles will inbound, but I think the officials are going to check the clock first to see if there's any time left or extra time left, and the Golden Eagles will have a chance to try and take this lead. 95-95. We're all tied up. And we got a timeout again here on the court. Did I say overtime at one point in time? I think I said overtime at one point in time is what this game felt like it was heading for. And we're definitely heading that way at this point in time. Great response by Battle, though. Golden Eagles did not pick him up going down the court. And Battle, realizing when you get a team on their back heels, that's where you want them. Didn't slow down either. Saw the hole, went right to the hoop, and El Trip just fell asleep for a moment after they watched the free throw go through by Brandon Chua. And they have put 0.6 back onto the clock, but I feel like there should be a smidge more. But I don't know if anybody was looking at the clock at that moment in time when the shot went through. 0.6 is pretty close. Battle was right on the horn when he drove into that one. He timed it about perfectly. I will say good job by the Golden Eagles not to foul in that situation and possibly send to the line for the and one. So with 0.6 seconds left on the clock, the Golden Eagles get one inbounds and a chance maybe to launch something. Chua will heave this one down the court. Ellery gets it, heaves, fires. No, off the side of the rim, couldn't hit it. And we are heading to overtime here at Storey Gymnasium. Back after this brief break for 5 more minutes of basketball on LCCC Golden Eagle Athletics. Start of overtime here at Storey Gymnasium, 95-95. Stars for both teams making big shots when they have to. We talked about how Battle hadn't been heard from all game long. Only 4 points for a young man averaging 15.4 on the season. And comes up with the biggest basket of the game for the Bruins to send this one to overtime after Chua had come up with the biggest basket of the game for the Golden Eagles to put them in front as the rebound or the opening tip of overtime picked up and won by the Bruins of Salt Lake, and they get it right side to Battle. Now Collins takes it back to that right side. Up top, C.J. Luster for 3, and that's good, right down the barrel. Luster starts the overtime period out with the opening basket for the Bruins, 98-95. Bullock takes it to the top of the key and hands off to Chua. Drives the sideline of the lane and has the ball blocked out of his hands. Stays with the Golden Eagles. Like that was Bettinger who got the fingertip on that one. Reed will inbound the basketball. Short pass to Muhammad. Give it back to Jordan. At the top of the key, spins towards the lane. Now picks up his dribble. Man-to-man defense being played by the Bruins. They flip between a 2-3 zone and a man-to-man most of the game as Reed drives the right side, pulls up his dribble, wants to get it to Abdullah. Shot clock winding down, has to heave one to the hoop, and it's short off the side. Rebound picked up by C.J. Luster. He's got 8 in the game unofficially, and Battle brings it forward. 1 minute into overtime. Salt Lake leading this one by 3, 98-95. Battle gets it again and centers it between the rings as Chua comes out, guards him loosely. Now we'll trade off as Abdullah Muhammad stays on Battle now as he pulls up at the free throw line. Got the mismatch he wanted, but couldn't get the shot. And now Jordan Reed's going to travel with the basketball after pulling in the rebound. He was trying to use his body to shield it away from Falarin and ended up not being able to settle the feet down while he did it and couldn't dribble the ball either because he was trying to hold on to it. Turnover back to the Bruins. That's a big one. Golden Eagles only had 4 turnovers in the first half. That definitely picked up a little bit more in the second half. They played a very clean game to this point in time. Bettinger takes it on the right side, gets it back outside to Collins. Tries to attack at the free throw line, fires a pass to the corner. Bettinger again takes it inside, tipped up into the air by Abdullah, but still able to find a way down, and Bettinger has his 10th point of the game. L. Tripp turns the ball over again on the inbounds play. 3:20 left to go. Salt Lake closing this one out with confidence after they were able to send it to overtime. Had momentum on their side and now holding on to that momentum with a vice grip. Right side, C.J. Luster from 18 settles one over the rim. 102.95, and L. Tripp is going to take a timeout as head coach Dwayne Salisbury is wanting to refocus his team after they've seen C.J. Luster and Mason Bettinger put this one onto its heels. Remember, Salt Lake Community College playing without 2 of their players, Bryce Zephyr and Xavier Edmonds, both fouled out. 3:34 left in the game for Edmonds. 5.9 seconds left in the game for Zephyr as he was the one who made the foul on Brandon Chua. But those 2 players have not impacted the ability to score in this second half as C.J. Luster, who on the season for the Bruins averages 14.4 points a game, 7 points in the first half, right on his average. The second half and overtime, well, it's been a little bit of a different story for CJ. 5 in overtime, 6 in the second half itself for an 18-point night. And the 6'4" sophomore has been the fire starter for the Bruins here in this third period, the overtime period, with 3:03 left to go. 102.95. Golden Eagles must get a basket on this next possession as Phoenix Bullock will be joined by Davion Butler, Jordan Reed, Brandon Chua, and Pedro Ellery. The 3-point lineup on the court for the Golden Eagles. At least 3 of these are deadly weapons from beyond the arc, and a 4th one in Davion Butler when he heats up. Brandon Chua, really the athlete on the court. He can also be dangerous from 3. Bullock drives in all the way to the hoop, fouled, and he's going to step to the line. 2 free throws coming up for Bullock as the foul goes against Falarin, and that's his 3rd. Bullock at the line so far, just 1 free throw tonight. He did make it and gets the second one of his tonight as Phoenix continues to have a very strong game. 13 second half points, 18 in the game itself. Bullock a 61% free throw shooter coming into this game. And definitely going to help that one out as he's 3 for 3 on the night. L. Tripp back within 5, 102.97 with 2:51 to go. Crowd has not thinned out at all here at Storey Gymnasium. Battle takes it right side. Chua stays with him, but Battle fades one up off the glass anyways. Can't get it to go. Chua there for the rebound. Gets out onto the run. Slowed down by Collins and then throws the ball away, trying to feed it up to Bullock. And a whistle blows late. That's going to be a foul against Brandon Chua as he tried to do the makeup grab, and that's going to end up sending C.J. Luster to the line as he was the one who ended up getting the steal. Luster with 5 points in this overtime period, looking for another one. Luster's first. Good. 6-point lead now for the Bruins. This not the one you want at the line. Luster 10 for 10 from the free throw line tonight. Butler subs back onto the court for Abdullah Muhammad. Back to that guard-heavy lineup for the Golden Eagles. Trying to keep the size off of the court for the Bruins. The Bruins will match up by putting Falarin onto the bench. Second free throw, no good, and it stays a 6-point game as Reed there for the rebound, gets out onto the run, keeps them on their back heels all the way to the paint and banks it up and in. Jordan Reed made that one look easy, and the Golden Eagles find themselves back within 4, 103-99, 2 minutes and 18 seconds to go as the clock runs. Battle, guarded by Chua. Stares below the hoop and instead gives off to Luster out near the rings. To the hoop, Luster drives the left side. Now back to Battle, the two of them playing a nice game of catch between each other as Battle takes it to his right. In front of the booster seats, floats one underneath the hoop, tipped up into the air by the Golden Eagles and stolen away by Bullock. Outletted up ahead to Chua, and Chua fouled underneath the basket by Collins, who just got stuck in between a rock and a hard place. And Chua to the line for 2 free throws again. Where so far he is 4 of 5 on the night. Chance to get it to a 2-point game again. Second foul on Zayon Collins. To put the Golden Eagles into triple digits. Chua's first. Good. Chua in the second half and overtime. 12 points, 23 points in the game. Chua looking for that final push of energy to guide his team to a victory here. Second free throw also is good. And the Bruins will inbound the basketball once again with a 103-101 score. Crowd again rises to its feet. Student section making noise in front of the Bruins offense. Collins takes the ball, wraps to his right. Chua steps up into his face, forces him back to his left. Now CJ Luster. Thought about that pull-up jumper, now pulls up for 3. That's good. What a ice-blooded shot from CJ Luster. Into the lane goes Reed to answer back, and it's going to be basket interference against Abdullah Muhammad. And Reed, upset with himself that he wasn't able to knock that one down. Had the drive to the lane, but with 1 minute and 20 seconds to go, it leaves the Golden Eagles down by 5 as a timeout's going to be taken by head coach Dwayne Salisbury and the Golden Eagle men. We'll take a break with them. Back with the final bits of this one. Just 80 ticks left on the clock when we return on LCCC Golden Eagle Athletics. Luster's 9 overtime points, leading the way for both sides and leading the Salt Lake Community College Bruins to a 106-101 lead. They've outscored the Golden Eagles 11-6 in this overtime period. But still a minute and 20 left to go. Anybody's game going down the stretch of this one. Golden Eagles had a 7-point lead at one point in time as their high water mark. Bruins had a 12-point lead at one point as their high water mark. I think regardless of who wins this one, both of these teams can now firmly say that they belong in that national conversation right now for who could make that tournament come postseason time. Golden Eagles have a couple of good wins under their belt right now, beating the defending Region 9 champions Trinidad State, Salt Lake Community College. They've got some impressive wins under their belt as well so far on the season. And even took down a feisty Gillette College. They put up triple digits 3 times so far. 4 times, excuse me, this season, including a 101-67 win last Tuesday night against Central Wyoming College. And now the officials coming over to the bench. They want to talk something over. And they flash a minute 15 up on the clock. I had a minute 20 on mine. We'll see what they say. Other games so far for the Salt Lake Community College Bruins that have been impressive. They took down both Eastern Florida State College and Florida Southwestern College, 73-70 over Florida Southwestern State and 72-55 over Eastern Florida State. None of the other games have really been that close other than that, as the Golden Eagles will set up on defense. This is one of the closest games all year for the Bruins. First overtime game for the Bruins as well. Pass finds the free throw line. Bettinger goes to the right corner. CJ gets fouled as he's going to step to the line for 3 more free throws. And I don't know if that's on Reed or is that on Muhammad. If it's on Reed, that might be it for him. It is going to be Jordan. It is just his 4th. He was untucking the jersey after that one, so I wasn't sure if he was heading over to the bench and maybe I'd missed one. But either way, CJ Luster to the line for 3 more free throws, where he's only missed 1 so far this evening. First is good. He came into it dynamite free throw shooter on the season as well. Second free throw also good. This is the second time he's gone to the line for 3 free throws, trying to go perfect on both of those trips to the line. 78% at the line. That's definitely going to improve after this, as he makes all 3 of them. And with 1:02 to go, it's a 8-point lead for the Salt Lake Community College Bruins, and this has been mostly due to CJ Luster, who just took over this one. Bullock to the hoop, all the way up, blocked away off of the backboard, and it stays Golden Eagle basketball in the far side corner, where Jordan Reed heads over to do the inbounding. As the Golden Eagles stay with Ellery, Bullock, Butler, Chua, and Reed for their 5. Guards all lined up for the Bruins as well, as they get Luke Smaley onto the court for the first time, getting his first minutes in this one. Inbounds play, trying to find Ellery. Instead, they go deep to Bullock with 55 to go. Bullock steps into a long 3. He's fouled for 3. And he'll step to the line. And speaking of Smaley, he's going to send Bullock to the free throw line. And he's got a grimace on his face after that one. So Smaley will give the Golden Eagles a chance to respond back. Bullock so far, 3 for 3 at the line, with 19 points. Big free throws here with 52.8 to go. You got plenty of time if you're the Golden Eagles. First one's good. 102, 109. Second one cannot follow the first one through, and that's a tough miss for the Golden Eagles. Bullock, that's his first of the game. Golden Eagles have only missed 6 free throws in the game, but unfortunately, 5 of those have come in this second half. Third one does go through, so 2 of 3 on that trip to the line for Bullock, and Salt Lake has to deal with that full court pressure again, and they're going to turn this one over. Bullock with the steal, looks back behind the hoop, has Reed cutting there. Bullock takes it himself. Ball's going to be tipped out of play, last touched by the Bruins. So Bullock can't make a basket, but Phoenix does give the Golden Eagles a chance to inbound. Down by 6, just a 2-possession game if you hit a 3. Golden Eagles would have something cooking. Ellery's the big weapon for that. He'll get some space in the corner. He's one up. He's fouled. Can't get it to go, but he's going to be fouled and step to the line for 3 of his own. That's the way to do it. Ellery with 10 points in the game, coming off a career-high 17 last night. Will try to do it again at the line, where he has yet to attempt any free throws. Season-long free throw shooter, 54.5%. That's oftentimes how it happens. Your hottest three-point shooter sometimes is not your best free throw shooter. As Ellery's second does go through. 5-point game, 104-109. Bruins load up the box. Not wanting Ellery to get a quick rebound somehow if he misses this one, but he doesn't. Splashes it through, and back into that full court pressure come the Golden Eagles as Ellery cuts it to a 4-point game. Far side, and a foul call that's going to send the Bruins to the free throw line. As the ball was passed over to the far side, they end up sending Jordan Battle to the free throw line. Again, not sure if that's who you want to have at the line if you're the Golden Eagles. Chua picks up his 4th foul. becomes the fourth Golden Eagle playing with 4 fouls. Jordan Reed with 4, Davion Butler with 4, Chua with 4, and Muhammad with 4. Roundtree's got 3. Battle's first free throw is good. 95% on the season. He's clutch from the line most of the time. Missed 2 earlier, but that was a rarity to go 0 for 2 from the line for him. Contemplates this next one. And able to cut that one through the net. Make it 111-105 all the way to the 10. Butler lays it up and in. Quick strike. Good to get the quick basket for the Golden Eagles. And it's 111-107. And now come back the other way. A carry committed by the Bruins gives it back to the Golden Eagles again. My goodness, what a miscue by the Bruins to suddenly creak that door open again for L Tripp as Reed gets the inbounds with 27 seconds to go. 3 ball by Butler from deep, no good. Rebound inside goes to Luster, and L Tripp will end up having to foul Collins, I believe, who ended up securing it underneath the basket and will step to the line for 2 free throws of his own. Reed has fouled out. So Reed's done for the day. Finishes this one with 12 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists unofficially. Up to the line goes Collins, who is 0 for 1 tonight from the free throw line. He's got 2. Zayon, season-wide numbers. 60% going to the free throw line starting tonight, makes the first. 1 of 2 tonight from the line. 4 of 7 on the season. 112-107. Here in overtime, Salt Lake Community College having to use every bit of their talent to survive this one against the Golden Eagles. And outscoring the Golden Eagles 17-12 in the overtime period so far. The next one does not fall through as Chua there to secure the rebound, ends up getting fouled, and he'll step to the line with 17 seconds going back the other way. And Collins picks up the 3rd foul for his own personal side of things. And neither team wants this one to end. They are just not giving up. Triple C with a spirited effort in this one. And as I said again, it's going to open some eyes. Yes, it was on your home court, but you got a chance to go prove it in just 2 weeks when you travel to Salt Lake for a game against the Bruins on December 12th. Free throw number 2 for Chua on this trip to the line is good. And with a 4-point lead again, the Golden Eagles will foul quickly, and Daniels ends up sending Zayon Collins to the line. Daniels gets his first foul of this one. And Collins, who made 1 of 2 his last time to the line, really needs one of these to fall. And the front one preferably if you're a Bruins fan. Gets it. And that's a hurtful one for the Golden Eagles. Still stays a 2-possession game regardless. L Tripp's going to have to start trying threes, though, before too long, with just 15 seconds to go. Every time they come down the court, it's got to be a 3, basically. Second one, no good. Starts the clock. Bullock pulls down the rebound for the Golden Eagles. Gets it up ahead to Ellery. Corner 3. Not good off the back rim. Rebounded almost by Chua. Foul's going to be called with 6.9 seconds to go. 113-108, it stays. And we got Chua to the line for 2 more. So Collins will pick up his 4th foul now. 2 Bruins already have fouled out, 1 with 4. Michael Falarin with 3 fouls. He hasn't seen much time on the court, though. As Chua knocks home the first. and makes it 109-113. And that's where missing that earlier one from Chu was huge, because best he can do is make it a 3-point game. If he'd made that other one, chance of making it a 2-point game. And he can't hit this one either. Luster steps on the line as he pulls in the rebound. And the Golden Eagles continue to find gasps of air as they struggle to get afloat in Salt Lake. 5.9 to go. Inbounds goes to Daniels. He's fouled. And Collins just fouled out with 3.2 seconds to go. So at the line, Justin Daniels for 3 free throws. Cannot give the Golden Eagles the lead, but can cut it to a 1-point game, and then all of a sudden steal and a heave. And you're at the line for a chance to win, or foul quick and a 3-point basket would at most have the chance to tie it. Coach Taylor gathering his guards around him as Daniels with 3 free throws. They just send the big guys out there. Squire will stand on one side, and on the other side, Bettinger will guard the other one as Daniels makes the first free throw. He's 1 of 2, or 2 of 3, excuse me, now in the game to make it 110-113. Another one goes down for Daniels. California native from Los Angeles, trying to make this a 1-point game, or do you miss it and try and get the quick rebound? Doesn't dribble this time, puts it up, gets it to go. He took the free throw. 3 seconds to go. Inbounds play coming up for the Bruins. They find the opening on the far side and heave it deep to Squire. And as the horn sounds, Squire puts it down. I don't think it counts. And the final score is going to end 113-112. A fantastic effort by the Golden Eagles, but they fall by 1 in overtime to the Salt Lake Community College Bruins. What a ball game here. Can't wait to see the rematch of this one in Salt Lake on December 12th. Golden Eagles will be back at home on Friday and Saturday. Then they'll be back on the road when they travel to Western Nebraska and Air Force Prep on Monday and Tuesday. And after that, it's down to Northeastern Junior College on the 8th and 9th. Lots of games coming up for the LCCC men. This is a team to be excited about as the Golden Eagles come away with a strong performance against Salt Lake Community College with a 113-112 loss here at home to the number 3 team